Hi everyone, I'm Andrea. I'm here to answer your most frequently asked questions about how to use our sugar paste at home. The fastest and most efficient way to warm up the sugar paste is in a microwave, but if one isn't available to you, you could always use a wax warmer. Another method would be to get a bowl of warm water, nothing boiling, but definitely warm. You submerge the jar to about here. You do not want to get water inside the jar. Let it sit for about 5 to 6 minutes. Test the sugar. If it's ready to go, you're good to go. If not, you want to drain some water out and put new hot water in until it gets the consistency that you need. Today we're going to be using the Sugaring NYC Sugar Paste Kit. Let's unbox and see what's inside. Inside, you will find 4 gloves, 2 applicator cards, and a jar of the Sugaring NYC medium hard mix, which is universal for all hair types and body parts. For the sugar paste kit, we recommend warming it up in a microwave, about 10 to 15 seconds. Now remember, as you use the jar and you have less and less sugar in it, you are going to be using less and less time. You don't want it to be so hot that you burn yourself, and if you use the same time as the full jar when it's half or less, it's going to get way too hot. So you're going to put it in the microwave. Now that it's ready, we're going to test the jar to make sure it's not too hot. And then there you go. This sugar is ready to go. To use our sugar paste kit, you're going to use one of 2 methods. You're either going to use a glove using 2 or 4 fingers, depending on how big the area is, or you're going to be using one of the applicator cards. So for the glove method, we're going to be taking our glove, you're going to put 2 fingers in, grab up the sugar, wrap it around your fingers, then you're going to take the sugar, you're going to push down on the skin. You want to hold it down for about 2 to 3 seconds to make sure that it connects to the skin. Then drag up again for about a count of 2 or 3. 1, 2, 3, flick. And you can continue doing this until all the hair is gone. Remember, when you flick, always flick parallel to the skin and never up, because that would cause breakage. Again, pushing down on the skin, 1, 2, 3, flick. Now, as you get more proficient, you can do longer drags, but in the beginning, please stick to about 2 to 3 seconds, maybe this much space, like that. So that would be the finger method. For larger areas, you'd want to use about 4 fingers. Connect it to your skin for about 3 to 4 seconds to make sure that it catches on. Then you're going to move it up for about the count of 3 and then flick off like this. 1, 2, 3. Again, you're going to be taking the sugar, connecting it to the skin for about 3 to 4 seconds. Then you're going to move up to the count of 3 and flick forward. 1, 2, 3, flick. The other method is the applicator method. For this, you're going to be taking the applicator card, putting the sugar on it, once the sugar is on the applicator card, you're going to go to the skin and hold down for about 2 to 3 seconds. Remember, you're always going against the growth of hair. Hold it down, move about 1 to 2 seconds, and then flick off. Again, you're going to make sure that you put the sugar down, hold it for 2 to 3 seconds, then slide up 1, 2, and flick off. Remember, when flicking, always go parallel to the skin and never up, because that would cause breakage. Hold down, smooth, and flick. Hold down, smooth, and flick. It's that easy, and you can use this everywhere on the body. When using this method, one thing you want to be sure of is you don't want to make your strip way too long. It's easier to use little shorter strips, but hold down, make sure that you're connecting it to the skin. If you see the hair isn't coming up, hold it down a little bit longer, pushing into the skin to make sure it's really connecting. Once you feel more proficient and you're not getting stuck, you can then graduate to doing longer strips, but in the beginning, please keep it to short strips, because this is the way that you'll ensure better success. The great thing about our sugar is it's water soluble. So these cards are completely reusable. When you're ready to go get a new thing of sugar because it gets too runny or too hard because you've been using it so much, all you have to do is go to the sink, wash it off, and the card is completely clean and ready to go back into your jar to grab your new piece. When sugaring at home and you're a beginner, there are usually two common problems. One is the sugar is too gooey and you're having trouble picking it up. And the second problem is the sugar does not stick to the skin and no hair is coming up. To address the first problem, you probably warmed the sugar up too much. You want to set it aside and let it cool down to the consistency it was before you warmed it up. The next time you go to warm it up, use less time in whichever method that you used to get it to the right consistency. The other issue might be you might be grabbing too much sugar or making your strip too long. So please use less sugar and make sure that your strips are smaller. Also, to make sure you don't get stuck, you always want to make sure that you're flicking the sugar parallel to the skin and not up. This will help ensure success. The second issue to address is that the sugar paste is not sticking to your skin and it's not getting the hair up. This means you did not warm your sugar up enough. So what you want to do is put it back in the microwave or whatever method you use for a few more seconds, and this way you can get it to the consistency that's right. When you apply it to the skin, you want to hold it down so that it connects to your skin for about 2 to 3 seconds. Then when you go to do your small strip and flick off, you should see the hair come up and it will guarantee success. Thank you so much for choosing Sugaring NYC. If you have any other problems or any other issues that you need to address, you can always reach us on Instagram or Facebook, leave us a message, and we'll be more than happy to answer and help you out. We're here to help you and make sure that you guarantee success with our sugar paste kits. And welcome to the family.